Okay, so first video is, or next video is removing the fairing, all the fairing. And this is what I have. It's an original one, I really like it. And I also have the digital workshop manual. This is the owner's manual. So next videos, I just brought it down, will be removing of the fairings, then I will make a general assessment and a good wash, and then I will start taking like the first parameters. And this is a fairly easy job, but yeah, it is something I will film. I had this when I was doing my Tiger. I skipped a lot, and afterwards I was a bit sorry about it, because yeah, it's just, for me it's easy, maybe for you it's easy, and maybe for another guy it's the first time he sees it. And maybe I personally, for me, over time I forget, maybe want to work on this in 10 years, and I just watch my own videos first and then I get cracking. So that's the main reason I film it. And then the second reason is just to share it. Yeah, do something good in life. I'm not gonna make any money with this. It costs me time, but it gives me an extra dimension, and I can have a chat while I'm working, so it's good. Otherwise I'm alone. So I'm happy you guys are here. Welcome. So yeah, first thing, let's go. This is 9 key. Jesus. You see this? Corroded. I'm gonna need to repair this and this. This is something over time that can break, yeah. So we have to be aware of it.
First thing, you can see the banjo bolt is touching the bracket, so this needs to move. I will just then disconnect the mount of the reservoir, of the brake reservoir fluid, and then it's just straightforward, left and right, 2 bolts, 2 nuts, and then the one in the handlebar on the end, so the caps are easily removed. And then this one is the same. First, of course, I need to make sure I have a brake when doing a test ride, but then these brackets of the mount for GPS and accessories, 3 times 10 millimeter, and off it is. Here in the future I will use some hardtop bolts. I think it's a very good solution. You have a Torx 27, a 6 and a 5 millimeter Allen. That's something that maybe you should be able to remove, and so I think I will use that in the future. These ones in the light, be a little bit careful. Mine was really tight because the threads were dirty and dry, and you don't want to break those, of course, you don't want to ruin it. But once they come off, you can see it just falls down with gravity. You have some quick connectors, electricals for the blinkers, and that's it. Good fairing without any scratches is removed. Here we have the bracket for the luggage. That's just 4 bolts, 2, 1 left, 1 right, and then 2 in the back. Here I had a lot of mud, but they come off easily. They are nuts with, I could say it 100,000 times, but I can't remember now. With a Teflon seal, so yeah, they're tight anyway. And here, left and right, is just another bolt. This one, this carrier is pretty nice, and it carries this very rust original maintenance kit, but that will be replaced just, yeah, I mean, you can't use it, so probably put some oil in there and some chain loop. And then here we'll use hard tops as well in the future. This is for the saddle. You have 3 bolts in the saddle, 8mm, and it comes off. Just be careful. Near the tank there is a housing, and it's just plastic, so if you break it you need a new saddle, and I'm lucky in this case the saddle is still okay, as you can see, but it is a bit of a, yeah, it's not so strong. These two, they just come off, and then I start continuing with the mudguards. This one will go into 2 pieces, and there are 2 6mm. Under the light, they come off easily. You can separate the 2 pieces, and they're just the cables for the light and for the indicators. I decided not to remove them near on the fenders, but just follow the wiring until I found a quick connector, and there are 2. In my case, I will mark one of them with the L of lights, so I know it's the right one, but basically it's 3 and 4 pin connectors, so you can deviate those and separate it easily. The fuel tank, yeah, it's just a bolt. You just have to feel it, and in this case you can see it's not coming, and that's because we have 2 hoses. The tank is in 2 parts, you can say, with a small tap on the left and on the right, and here a small housing with an aluminium bracket and some rubber bushings, which I will change, of course. And just to clamp the fuel hoses, I use these BDS. I will put a link down below so you can check them. It's just something you should have in your toolkit. You can use it on many bikes, and it's once a buy, you have it for the rest of your life. The hoses on the taps are with the connectors. You need to just use a screwdriver for it. You unleash them, and then you can pry the hose off. Be just careful. In my case, they come off pretty easy, but you don't want to break the tap. This connector has also been ruined, but it's still waterproof, I guess. It looks pretty nice. So you disconnect them. This connector is for the fuel level. And this is a quick connector for the fuel hose, which I like. You don't have them on the other side, but then the tank's off. Straightforward, one of the most easy bikes you can work on in this case. For the cockpit is the same three bolts you have for the bracket, the accessory bracket in the cockpit. You shouldn't disconnect this 5-volt charging plug. There is a quick connector just down below, but I didn't see it. I only saw it later. I probably will replace the cockpit. I saw a carbon once in a picture on a forum, and I probably will use a carbon cockpit because this one has been torn up in 3 places. So here you see me disconnecting some electrical connectors and some wiring. For this one, be careful. This is for the odometer. You don't want to break it. Just make sure you take your time and remove everything, and that's it. So in the next part I will just go over it with I will go over the lower fender splash guards and mud guards with penetrating oil, because in this bolt I noticed I'm gonna ruin it. So yeah, this is an important step, and then I will continue. Crazy, guys. But it's not too bad for a bike of 20 years old. I'll replace that one.
The axle is also very, it's crazy. Yeah. To say the battery looks new. And the intake as well here. I think this is a GTX, it says. I'll take a look in a minute. Lithium ion, I think, so that's light. That's a nice one, actually, a nice touch. Remove that small cover as well. The oil, it's just on the edge. Need to add a little bit before I do a test ride. I'll do it here in my forest, so I don't need to have a license and registration. I have a license but no registration. It's okay. The engine is dry, which I like. Carburetor needs to be overhauled anyway. Here as well. The shock will be overhauled. It looks crazy. New bearings in there as well. The chain, so you can pull it a bit. We'll renew it as well. Exhaust will be renewed, Akropovich, because that's the only decent one. It only costs 600 euros, so why not? There goes the brake. I got this tip from an old mechanic years ago. He said, you know, just do this, what I'm doing now. Take some penetrating oil, just go around and leave it soaking for a couple of hours, maybe 24 hours everywhere, and then start working. Makes a difference in retreading and saving on helicos, because they cost a shitload of money. These will be gone, like I said. Samco, all these hoses new. Water pump will be renewed. It's a nice height actually. It's like in the middle of the tank, which is position looks pretty good. These bushings I will see, because it has a lot of vibrations, the bike. Probably all the rubber bushings will be changed. Of course the oil. There we go. Subframes will be painted. So yeah, if you have tips what I can do with this ugly steering, if I can find a way, maybe I cut this one and put on a protector of some sort, because it just doesn't look any good. Then please let me know in the comments. Use a fucking can, I think. A whole can. I love this capacitor. Yeah. Voila, that's it. As you can see, it's fairly okay. Huh? Just need to remove the fender, this one below, and then the hugger here. This one, this mudguard thing, and then I can give it a wash. which will be the next video. And I'll go over the bike again then, spray a little bit more of the penetrating oil. As you can see, I was able to remove the rear splash guards, the front protector, I forgot the name, then also the mud guards and the fork protectors. As you can see, I label all the bolts or screws. Yeah, I'll put them in a box, clean everything up. Yeah, and then yeah, it worked. So in the next video I will be cleaning the bike and make a final assessment, and then I will do a test ride. So put the tank back up and doing one last ride before I dismantle the bike. So thanks for being here and take care. Bye.